gonna win the world championship.
Edwards. They are advancing to the Western Conference Finals for the first time in 20 years.
Oh, it's on, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah, baby.
Welcome into Wolves After Dark, everybody. Season's over, but the Timberwolves aren't. We have won against the Utah Jazz in Game 82, 116-105, guaranteeing that we will be in the top 6, possibly the 5 seed, depending on how the Golden State Clippers games go, which is happening right now. So we will have an update live during this show. If you're new here, like the stream, subscribe to the stream. Guess what? We're doing playoff giveaways, not today, but for the first game of the playoffs. We are going to have playoff tickets to give away. So make sure you're subscribed, join the Discord. You have to be in all of these things to be eligible for these. But Ashwin, how do you feel about this season? We finished top 6.
The season? What a question.
Season, game. I mean, the game was kind of dumb, but how do you feel? How do you feel about tonight, I guess?
Season as a whole, I think it's been a success. I think we can really tip our hat to making a huge franchise altering trade, and it kind of taking time to mature. And we've seen some of the reasons why the trade was made, and some of the reasons are still kind of up for debate. We have a lot of questions to be asked for the postseason, but hey, if I'm feeling like fielding questions right now about how the team went, I think, and then how the season went, I think it was overall a success. I think winning is the only answer, right? If we win it all, holy crap, right? Chances are slim to none that that'll happen. And I think we need to brace ourselves for reality that we might not get out of the first round. And I think that is something that we might have to face that. But really quick, I just want to say shout out to the Timberwolves, shout out to Anthony Edwards for popping off for 7 threes. That's crazy.
Yes.
As Charlie Barley said, from suspended to 3-point king is pretty wild.
Yeah.
But also shout out to the background of your scene. That's where that's where you learn how to play ball, eh?
That's 100% not where I did, but we can pretend it is. Yes, 3-point champion, which I think was a big deal to him. Clearly, I mean, they were really attempting. This was shades of the games where he's been at 49 points trying to get 50. Little uncomfy at times, but it happened. The season as a whole, I mean, like you said, this is definitely a success. Coming into the season, I'd kind of preached all season that this was going to be somewhat of a down year. And I didn't necessarily think we'd be a top 6 team. That I thought there was a real chance we could have been the play-in team. If we lose today, we would have been a play-in team. But he finished the season with 49 wins after losing, Kat mentioned, to and getting almost a brand new team with how you run everything with Dante and Julius. No Kyle Anderson too, which is low-key kind of a big deal. Just a big change. So he took 18 threes tonight. Oh, I didn't realize it was that bad. Oh, no.
I mean, good for him.
Yeah, for real. But no, what a good game, or what a good game. Not necessarily a good game. Good season. 49 wins is the other thing that I do want to take a second to appreciate is that, guys, previous to 3 years ago, how many times were we you know what, this is the last game of the Timberwolves we're going to see this year? It was 18 of the previous 20 seasons, basically. Maybe 19 of the previous 20 seasons. So to be able to say, maybe it's not the 4 seed, maybe it's not the 5 seed, it might be the 5 seed. Golden State's playing pretty well right now. But we have to appreciate this, even though we had some downs this year. I think we're 16. I think we've won 16 of our last 20 games, which it certainly does not feel like that. But we have to appreciate where we are. We are going to be the 6 or the 5 seed in a stacked Western Conference, and this is somewhat of our off year. This isn't even our I'll go all in year, which was somewhat last year and potentially next year. So we've got a lot to look forward to. I appreciated this season, and I will never take any season for granted, knowing that for like 20 years of my fandom, it was nothing. So
True say. Oh my God, you started being a Timberwolves fan after KG's era. So
like year after KG, yeah.
yeah, that's a crazy. Like Corey Brewer got drafted, and you're like, you know what? It's time to be a fan.
I saw Theo Ratliff, and I was like, get me on board. I need season tickets.
Timberwolves take care of business. You know, it didn't come easy until like the third quarter, where we have now proven that we can really come out of the gates after halftime and kind of take over the game.
Yeah. Yep.
Getting 40 points in a third quarter is pretty sweet. More of that, please. But we come out of the gates after intros a little flat. I don't really like how we start games. These lately we've been kind of down 5, 7, 10, and that's fine. It's just a normal like NBA game. The storyline is still yet to be played.
Yep.
But like usually you want to just like punch these teams in the mouth, in the throat, in the groin, and then it's a 30-point lead, and you can play your younguns the rest of the way. Like I feel like that was really sad that we had to play all of our starters all of those minutes.
All the way, the whole way. Yeah, it's it you know, it's fine because like a lot of times in college hoops too, you know, the lesser team will come out blazing right away because they know how hard they have to play to win. But then the good team comes out in the second half and is like, no, we are better and we're going to take over. Usually, though, when that happens, a little bit more convincing from the good team where they might be down 5 points, 10 points, and then they flip that entirely very quickly. The Wolves are a little shaky at that. Maybe, you know, if you're looking long term, like we've slowly kind of worked on our ability to be like to come back in like those ways. But it's still not comfortable. I mean, there was still 2 minutes left tonight, and we were like, okay, we're still letting up points and not playing well. So it could happen. And you know, I'm okay with us being a good second half team. If we can do that super consistently, which maybe the stats show that we have, but it just hasn't felt super comfortable. Maybe next year it'll feel a little bit more comfortable. Maybe in these playoffs it'll feel a little bit more comfortable. Steph Curry just hit a 3 to put the Warriors up 4 with 2 minutes left.
I see that. James Harden hit a layup right away.
Before we get to the tier list here, if Golden State wins this game, that means that we are in the 4-5 matchup with Denver?
You need to tell me. I don't know the situations.
I'm pretty sure that's it. But I would love that.
That's what Sabrina says. Shout out to Sabrina. Well, welcome back.
Okay, Denver is going to be so pissed if they have to play us. That would be so funny.
Okay. I mean, it's not a rivalry.
Yeah, not to Mike Malone, but maybe it is to David Adelman. Or their new coach, Nikola Jokic, because he's the one drawing up plays, apparently.
He's drawing up plays.
But, well, maybe we should get into the tier list. I don't know. Is it too early?
Right. People are saying correct. Yes, we go to Denver.
I would love that.
I'm being honest. I don't want Denver in the first round. I don't know.
I mean, everybody worries me to some degree, but also like Ashwin said at the beginning, like we can we can beat any team. I think you said that. Maybe you didn't. I don't know. Maybe I'm making that up. But we can beat any team. It's just a matter of if we actually will. I mean, all of these matchups from 1 to like the 1-8, the 2-7, the 3-6, the 4-5, all of those could be like the underdog wins. Like it could happen.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
We need a play-by-play right now because it's currently tied at 111.
111.
Made a bad pass. But it was cool to see. So what happens? What happens if Clippers win? If Clippers win, we're against the Lakers.
We're against the Lakers.
No, Curry.
Which would be very scary.
I mean, whatever.
Well, we can do this, but
I'll take anything.
Yeah. What the heck was this? I don't know.
I wanted to read this from Butterfly. Minnesota got so lucky to get number 1 drafted Ant, and he didn't look at us like a bum team. He grew with the team and turned us into a feared team. I love reading that. I love seeing that. Like thinking about that. Like that day where Russell or D'Angelo Russell's like when we got the first pick.
Yes.
It was so funny. And who else was there? It was Who drafted James Wiseman? It was Golden State.
Golden
There was
State,
someone
yeah.
else. It was someone else, and it was just really funny how like you just got traded for, and he's like, yeah, and
Yeah.
oh man, it
Oh,
was so
yeah, that's
funny.
right. I don't remember who that was, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, it was just wild because so many people, like the Bill Simmons of whatever lore, like wanted us to draft Wiseman and like maybe
Yeah.
a LaMelo Ball,
hmm
and everyone and their mom basically said like Ant is more of a football player than I mean, like no one knows anything. You know,
Yeah.
like how
Yep.
people translate it.
There's so
You
many. I mean,
can't predict
there's
the future, and like we have like
exactly.
really scored a big one with Ant. I mean, look
And
at
it,
us. Like we were struggling to do anything against the bottom barrel of the league today.
yep. hmm
And Ant had to have like an 18-point third quarter just to like pull away
Yeah. Yep.
to be slightly comfortable.
Exactly. And like, you know, like we always talk about like, oh, well, we drafted Johnny Flynn and Ricky Rubio before Steph Curry. If Steph Curry's in Minnesota, does he become the Steph Curry we know today? Maybe not. You know, he
Well,
could have been nothing actually. It's all circumstances. It's all. I mean, you know, Ant goes. Let's say Ant went to the Warriors instead, and we got LaMelo. Maybe Ant is a bust. Like, there's so many factors that could be. Um, but
what happens?
we'll
Yeah.
see.
So what happens when the Warriors lose? So the Warriors lose. That means
They go to the play-in, and then they would have to play Memphis
and
to
then
beat,
Houston.
and then Houston. So it's somewhat like it's
They're
acceptable in
dodging.
their mind. But
Yeah.
I mean, they have some older like Steph and Draymond and Butler. They're all older players, so they don't necessarily want to. They want to have a full week off of rest.
Going to overtime, I think.
Is it really? Oh my gosh! There's 10 seconds left. I'm calling it live. 8 seconds. Kawhi has the ball. Shot clock's off. Kawhi with Draymond on him. I feel like the Denver show. Shot for three. He misses. Overtime. Oh my god. Amazing.
I did see that, Nicole.
I saw that
I've
too. The rebound one?
yeah. Oh my god, so lazy. Yeah, you want to get into the tier list and kind of like talk about matchups as we round out the rest of the day with a bunch of like, oh my god, like 30 teams played today. Pretty insane to start the day at like 11 in the morning.
Yep.
Pretty crazy.
I hate luckily I'm in Central, which is like a little bit more acceptable because this game started at 2:30 instead of what did it start? Did it start 12:30 for you? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that's awful.
I mean,
but
whatever.
but I still
Yeah,
hate
yeah.
it.
It was brotherly love. It's brotherly love.
It is. They're fine. Like, and
We're not
they do
punching
this
each
all the
other.
time. Yeah.
Oh my god, Sabrina. Thank you. Yes, yes.
Do like the stream. Also, as a reminder, we are going to have some giveaways coming up, some amazing giveaways. We still have a jersey to give away. We still have playoff tickets to give away, possibly both game playoff tickets sponsored by Crone and all of you that are members. Also, if you are a member, which only costs $3 a month, and this is the month to do it, it supports the show, helps us do more giveaways, helps us run this show, and it gives you 4 times as much likelihood to win giveaways. So it is
Whoa.
huge.
I didn't even
Sign
know
up to
that.
become a member. You know, luckily we have a lot of people that give away gifted members, but it really does help the show, and I appreciate all of you that have renewed. And if you have renewed, do what Mark did at the very beginning of the show. You can share your badge that you how long you've been a member, even if it's
Oh,
only been
man.
1 month. It's been 7 months for Mark. That's awesome. He's been a play-in champion for who knows how long.
And he's
And
currently full of suds, man. He's taking a shower listening to this shit.
really, oh my gosh, that's crazy. And on cue, Eric, you're a goat. 5 gifted. I appreciate you.
I don't know
You
what
just
that
helped
was.
5 people become more likely to win some giveaways. I appreciate
Nice.
that, Eric. That's awesome. All right.
Yeah. We'll go kind of quick. Jalen Clark, I was expecting 20 minutes or so from him. 2.5 minutes, scored nothing. It's kind of his patented role to come in at the end of the first quarter and kind of spell Ant's minutes, but it felt like we needed Ant alt on the court the entire time.
For real.
So I'm just going to kind of give him a meh. But this is kind of just a general feeling for our team right now coming into the postseason is just like we're so dependable on Ant right now. There's very little flow that's happening that's allowing other people to really kind of take over games or take possessions in their control. And a lot of it is like, where's Ant? Funnel the ball to Ant and let him decide, and or like kind of hot potato to Julius Randle. So I wish Finch is going to give me a big fat man as well. I wish Finch would have like shown us a little bit more. But at the same time, I mean, we get a week now to kind of rest, recover, cool our bodies, temper our minds, and like prepare for one opponent. That's like the best of the best. The cream of the crop will kind of rise to the top. And like Jamal Murray just came back, and they're popping off for like a 30-40 point win against Houston. Houston actually started their starters today, as opposed to like the previous 3 or 4 games where they were resting. In a way to like compete with Denver and try to see if they could like be spoilers. It felt like that was a really funny, interesting note. That just probably really like put Denver like on notice, and they just gave it their all. I think they needed this game. I'm glad that they won too, because I think hopefully that we get to face them. That'd be awesome. I think
that would be fun. Yep, for a lot of reasons that would be fun. And also, the other thing I want to say on Finch is less about this game and more in general. Remember last season when we went into the playoffs as the 3-6 matchup, and we were the 3? We went up against Phoenix, and we were like, oh my gosh, the season's over because we just got swept by Phoenix in the regular season. Finch had a week to game plan, and we dominated the Suns, and we have ever since. So giving Finch a week to game plan against the Lakers or Denver or whoever, I like that, especially if it is against the Lakers, who is a team that I think we could potentially have some struggles against. I'd love to see him game plan. Also, he didn't get a very good chance to game plan against Luka in the playoffs last year because we went to Game 7 against Denver. So if he's given a week to game plan against Luka and LeBron, that's a good thing. I like that. And it would be, and if he doesn't do well, it would be the first time we haven't seen Finch game plan well, because he also game planned against Memphis, and we took them to a series that was probably longer than it should have been. So, anyways, Draymond just hit a 3 to make it a 3-point game. Oh my gosh,
it's wild. Hey, shout out to Sabrina. Let's talk about adding Stat Queen to the show next season. You saw a big dull moment in the year where we were both of us were in and out of the show, and so it'd have been really nice to have a third or a fourth or a fifth, and we've been having internal conversations about that for a long time. So that'd be great to have more people come in on the show, just like you.
We definitely want that. We need to set that up off season though, because doing it mid season is very difficult. Just because we are busy, the games are happening, and I don't want to be like, hey, Sabrina, do a show tonight with 2 hours notice. Yeah, exactly. So we need to come up with a better schedule, better something. We'll figure some things out. We're gonna have some new people on the show next year for sure. Obviously, me and Ashton will still be here.
Let's make it happen. Fucking A, whatever.
Butterfly. Yeah, I'm down for a lot of people, honestly. So we will definitely do that. All right. Who's up next?
Who's up next? Okay, cool. So something that was really big for me in this game was how I felt like how important Nickeil Alexander-Walker was to this game. Maybe his like stat line isn't showing much, but to me, 9 points, 7 assists, a couple steals, a block shot, like low turnovers. This guy is doing it all for us from the bench, and it really just like pushes me to believe that like, hey, we need him on our team this year and beyond. But like, Conley either has it or doesn't, and Nickeil always has to like come in having to have it, right? He can't slouch. He can't have an off game. And I think, this is just like a very important like message and received, from a Timberwolves standpoint. Like, dude, Na is everything to our team.
He is. Yeah. I said it on Twitter before the game. I think Jonah on Twitter posted about him playing 82 games this year. He's just so valuable. I know that there's been times where he's been like more of our point guard and it hasn't been as good, but he's just somebody that comes in, plays hard all the time, defensively, offensively. He's always got something. So I just appreciate him, and I think that it's It's important to keep him. I don't know how you keep him money-wise. And we're going to have a lot to figure out this offseason. It all depends on how far we go in the playoffs. Because if we go, if we somehow go all the way, then who knows? But if we are bounced in the first round, we're probably going to have some major changes, and it probably looks like a Kevin Durant shaped change. So like we've got a couple different outcomes, but if you can somehow keep him, regardless of which path you go down, um, I think it's a priority. Because I also
I
think that
think
he's
it's
going to be cheaper than some of these other players that we could potentially bring back. So yeah, but he
Manuel
was good
says,
tonight.
I think he really likes his team. I think he'd be willing to give a bit of a discount to stay. I think I agree.
I think he, to a degree, but he has not made a lot of money yet in his NBA career, and he's showing some value right now. So he definitely a discount for sure, like a 10%, maybe 20% discount. But he definitely needs somewhat of a payday. Maybe it's not crazy, um, but he deserves it. So we'll see.
Sure. Up next, Naz Reid, who also is going to have a similar conversation. Only signed
Yep.
a 2-year contract with us
Mhm.
a little bit ago. 5 for 10 from the floor, 11 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists. I did see a whole lot more effort in the second half than I did in the first half. And I like this
Yeah.
version of Nas. I wish that we just hit more threes.
Well, I was watching this game with my aunt, and we were kind of talking during the game. And Nas has just not been on recently, really. But he had a couple effort plays tonight, and those effort plays, like that rebound that he
Yes.
had, it's like, okay, if you're not going to be on shoot shot wise, let's do the effort plays, because that's what Nah does all the time. So if you can do that, even if it's not falling, I like that. So well, maybe he can do that, but I do agree he played well in the second half tonight, well enough that I think Nice is deserved. So
It's crazy, Solidus. Like end of season already. Time flies, and now it's like we're peaking. Like with how Gobert has been playing, and how Ant is now 3-point king, and
yeah,
how like some of our other players are coming like off of like injuries or like bad slumps to really kind of now perform in where we need them best. And the next player
hmm
I think we're going to talk about is Dante, who's really kind of articulately like being more than just a role player for us. 4
yep,
for 8 from 3, 16 points in 28 minutes. I'm just thinking about last year and this year quite a bit right now lately. Like
hmm
the last 72 hours, I've been doing nothing but like comparables and who we would be playing and who would be matching up against who. And
yep,
Dante's really kind of like filling in all of these like holes that we would have had last
hmm
year in the postseason. And I'm just really excited about what that might bring, especially like how insane he was for New York last year. Um,
yeah,
I'm just like really excited more than anything. And yeah, even if his shot doesn't drop, like I think just the threat from the point guard spot is going to be so big for us.
I
Um,
agree. Yep,
Dante was cash, man. Like he was awesome tonight.
he
So
was cash tonight. I wanted, I of course I wanted Ant to break or not break the record, but be well. Maybe this is record breaking. I don't even remember. But anyways, he's at the top of the three, so I was excited to see him hit that. But at the same time, I was like, can we just have Dante shoot every three tonight? Because he's cash tonight. So I agree.
yeah, and just slow mo was incredible, but very flawed. And you're seeing him not
Yep.
being played right now on the whatever
Yep.
team he's on. I think he's in Miami. Um,
He is in
and
Miami.
and it's just like when he was at Golden State for the short stint he was like I think he was hitting threes and everything. He's very important. He's very playable. He has to be played. But like your team identity then changes. And I
Mhm.
think we saw that like we had to play a little bit slower. We had to play we had troubles with a Cat, Slow-Mo, Gobert kind of lineup, but we needed to play one or two of those three at all times. And like
Yeah.
then there's also a Nas issue. So like we couldn't really keep him. 100% what you're saying, Charlie Barley. The nah role out there is like kind of like stemming the bleeding, stitching up any wounds, but then also being that vocal leader out there to kind of be a playmaker and assist and facilitate when it's not Ant or Julius. To the starters, though, Mike Conley, 15 minutes, nothing, no points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. And I don't know, man. He's getting outplayed. He's getting played off the court. And I don't like that. Keontae George, his counterpart, played the entire freaking game, which is
Former
crazy.
Timberwolf got the charge.
Oh,
Technically.
interesting.
Yeah, no, it was not a good game for Mike. I don't know. I mean, this is a huge, like a massive reason why you wanted to win today because you need a week off for your 72-year-old and Mike Conley. So he gets a week off. Definitely old tier tonight and probably exactly where it is. I mean, it just wasn't a good night. There's not a lot you can say about it.
It breaks my heart because like I could see this week doing a lot of good for him where he'll have a very strong game one. He'll have a very strong first couple days in Denver, right?
Yeah.
And I
Yep.
just think that this will do a lot of like recovery for him because this
Yep.
is like like I guess not everyone can pour in 3 million a year on their body and look like and be like LeBron, right? So like
Yep.
even like
Yeah.
smaller guards that look small but are still like pretty big above average normal human beings, like they have to take care of their body in different ways, and I bet you Conley doesn't do it the way that LeBron does it, and so like LeBron's going to be a machine for a couple of years to come still, which is stupid to say out loud, but like Conley might have it here or next year. I remember being very emotional about last year being like this might be the last chance he gets.
Yep.
And we have to do it for Mike or whatever, or do it for Bite. So once again, but I also think, hey, Bite, come to show up, like do it for us too. So we can't just be loving you because you're old. We got to love you because you're good as well.
Good and old. Yeah.
Good and old. Yes.
Yeah. So. Mm-hmm.
Fifth year player Jaden McDaniels, 25 minutes, 8 points, 4 turnovers, 4 fouls, no 3-pointers, couple block shots, kind of hilarious. The way the end of the game he like traveled, which was really funny. Very irrelevant thing to talk about.
But it was funny. He had an amazing dunk, by the way. That was like, I want those dunks from Jaden all the time. That was fun.
I think out of everyone on this team, maybe even more so than Conley, I think this guy needs a break. This guy needs the week off. This guy needs to recover. I think tonight was like and the previous couple nights were just like maybe from my end, like not the best showing for Jaden, but also more or less like he's been getting soft whistles and he really kind of like panders to that and like he starts to downplay his own capabilities.
Yep.
I think there was a couple of really weird tough shots he made. Like he's going to be so important for us. You will not forget like what he did for us in Memphis, what he did for us in Dallas even, like he will win a game for us. And
he can, yeah.
But we need to see more like reliability, and hopefully it starts at the 3-point line in a week from now.
Yeah, seriously, because if he can start hitting threes in the playoffs, that's such a problem for teams because he's always open. So if they have to start closing out to Jaden, that opens up for everybody. And we have we have a bunch of killers on offense that can really like, I mean, like if you have some of those lineups with like Dante out there instead of Mike, then you have, if Jaden's hitting threes, Dante can hit threes, and can hit threes. Julius at times, I mean, just the last game he was 5 of 6. So like you've got, and if it's not Julius, then it's Nas. Nas can hit threes, who's off right now, but and sometimes you have those Nas and Julius lineups out there too. So it just changes everything so dramatically. He is. We kind of had this conversation at the beginning of the season, like who is like the scapegoat of the season, and I said it was going to be Jaden, which I don't know if that really is the truth, but he could definitely be the scapegoat or the hero in this next playoff series. So we'll see.
An unsung hero of our team this year. I cannot believe the month he's been having. Rudy Gobert in 39 minutes, 19.7 rebounds, including 7 offensive rebounds, 4 fucking block shots on the Utah Jazz, who has all of our draft picks and someone who doesn't even play on their team anymore, it feels like, in Walker Kessler. I guess he had a nasal fracture. Sorry, I wasn't trying to like diss him, but like I haven't even really seen him play much since like the trade, really, like the first few weeks of last season, right? So he's been borderline our MVP, most important player. Couldn't believe like the on-off numbers I've been seeing or reading or trying to understand. I don't understand them, but trying to with him on and off the court, we look like a different team when he's not out there. And I'm a little scared, Cameron and everyone. Like we're so freaking reliant on him now, and I I think our potential is through the roof if we can really utilize him. Will we, Cameron? Will we take advantage of the fact that Gobert's out there and utilize him the way that we have been this month?
I think it's matchup dependent. If we go up against the Lakers, we might have an opportunity to do so because it's going to be whoever I don't even know who it is actually. Is it what's his name? Sideshow Bob? I don't remember his real name. That's all I know of mess. Whoever the center is, the skinny guy. I don't know. Whatever. If it's the Lakers.
Who are we talking about?
The Lakers center, Sideshow Bob.
Oh, JaVale McGee?
No, what are you talking about? No.
Oh, Jackson Hayes.
Thank you, Jackson Hayes. Yes. Sideshow Bob.
Isn't that
yeah,
Brook Lopez's brother?
He
Lopez?
is too. That is true. He's more probably, but they're both in the same category. But yeah, that could be a matchup that you could take advantage of offensively. And it seems like maybe we will. I mean, we're using them a lot here at the end of the season. But if we go up against, if it is something like going up against Jokic, I don't know. Depends. It's a little trickier then. So we'll see.
6 seconds to go. It's 121 to 119. If we go by the play-by-play, it's not pretty. Draymond Green misses a cutting layup.
Yeah, wait. I missed how Golden State gave up the ball. That's confusing.
Yeah. Butler defensive goaltending, and then missing a three, and then I guess Kawhi's missing a free throw right now.
Oh gosh, you're ahead of me.
Well, I'm just reading a box score. I'm not watching the game.
Yeah.
Right. But as we are talking about this, which is very, very important, even more so, almost as important about talking to our team, like in this daily basis, like irrelevant tier list. We have one final player we must talk about. Nope, we have two. But
we do.
We do. But Julius Randle, 10 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, a block shot. Holy crap, the big boy with the over-under on number of players in double figures. It was 5.5 and we had 5. Jesus fuck. How did you know? We had a player with 9 and a player with 8. My God. But Julius Randle, I did not hate this game from him despite him missing his threes. That's what, like, we knew he was going to be hot or cold from 3. Mm-hmm. We didn't see him hit the free throw line. Maybe he took a lot of time off in this game, but the fact that he had a double-double and it didn't really hurt, but four turnovers, I don't know. You tell me.
I thought it was a pretty bad game. I felt super uncomfortable. But I also don't know if it's Wancho level bad. This was kind of just meh. I felt like he was not comfortable with his 3 tonight as opposed to the other night where he was making so many of them. So, yeah, I'd say he was probably meh. By the way, it is dog time. So I have to mute. It's your turn, Ashwin. I'm so sorry. I will be back in a couple minutes.
Yes. We're doing it live with hashtag live analysis. Includes dog walking. Shout out to Cameron for taking out the dogs on a walk midstream. He told me in advance that this might happen. I don't know what to do with my hands. Let's give away everything. Yeah, so he did okay. I guess Matt is okay for the night. Okay. Now to our final player of the night. I think this goes out without saying. Anthony Edwards in 40 minutes in a game 82 went for 43 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, went to the line 7 times, but most importantly, hit 7 threes to be NBA king for the 3-point king. Who would have ever thought anyone on our team, let alone like anyone not named Cat, right, would have been like a 3-point contending like king for a player. And in a year where there's so many players like like LaMelo Ball and Curry and Malik Beasley and all these other players popping off for threes, and like the Brandon Miller's shooting 15 threes a game and things like that. Like, who would have thought, like, Ant coming out of Team USA summer camp would have been like, the 3-point shot is the recipe for success. I think he's playing 5D chess in a lot of ways. He's like kind of keeping his body healthy the way that like some like kind of young players his age always kind of like go straight, steamroll to the rim 10, 12 times a game. And we want that from Ant. But sometimes like he doesn't get the calls, he gets frustrated, he gets offensive calls, or like those types of players would. You get injured, you miss the shot, you don't get back, like things could really like spiral out of control. Where he's taking more threes, he's more in control of his game and when to pick and pop spots. Pretty incredible, pretty pretty remarkable stat line. But just straight up, he needed 7 threes to win, and he hit 7 threes for the NBA King. This guy is our maestro, and I think the world is on notice. Every team is on notice. You can double team him all you want. He finds his way to get going, and I'm so proud to be a Timberwolves fan. Holy fuck, I am so proud. This guy has really turned a corner, and he's an A1 in our hearts. But like for real tonight, like where are you at? Where are you at? He's an A1 here. 43 points, 7 out of 18 for 3. Incredible shit. Let's go to the comments now, so I'm not just like talking on my butt. Lakers, it is, and the reason why is because the Clippers won. Oh, is that what we want? That's what we get, I guess. It's not what we want, it's what we get. Oh my God.
I'm in a garage.
Well,
but
A1
the
full
Lakers.
stop. A1 since day one. Hey, Cameron.
Yeah.
It is confirmed. We are playing the Lakers in the first round.
I see that in chat. Well, here we go.
Oh, Glenn Taylor's last game. Let's go.
This is Glenn Taylor's last. Oh, well, I guess he's got playoff games. Oh, well. All right. First reaction to the Lakers. I just don't know how you guard. Here, actually, let's get out of this mode here. There we go. First reaction to the Lakers being our matchup here in the garage. I don't know how you guard Luka. I hope that Finch has something that he can conjure up over the next 7 days, because he's a problem. Because if he just makes shots, which he, like I said in that last game again when we were playing Memphis, he has this ability to make angles and shoot over defenders. I worry about that. And then even if you stop Luka, you've got LeBron, who I guess is hurt right now, maybe fake hurt, but is technically hurt with a groin injury. What am I doing in the garage? Yeah, I mean, I'm hiding from barking dogs is what I'm doing. So this is what you get. We'll get the real setup again when I go back to Seattle. But yeah, I mean, this is going to be tricky. And then even if you stop those two, yeah, somebody just said it, Austin Reeves. However, guys, I would say out of the teams that I was hoping to go up against, the Lakers would probably be my last choice. I do not want to go up against them for several reasons. Ashwin, I think you're on the same wavelength as me. I worry about the refs 1,000% in this series. And I worry about Luka's skill, obviously, too, even if the refs aren't a factor as much as we think they will be. Their skill is still a problem. They have a lot of good players, and they can definitely, and it's mainly Luka for me that I'm worried about. If it was just the LeBron Lakers, I'm not that worried, but it's the LeBron and Luka. But on the flip side here, non-negative thoughts. If we get to beat the Lakers first round of the playoffs, guys, we're on cloud 9. Like, incredible. Julius Randle revenge series. That's what we have to hope for.
Dude, let's go Memphis. Let's have Memphis take down Golden State,
That'd be
eat their
fun.
shit, and have Golden State play OKC first round. Oh my god, that'd be so sweet. Oh my.
So what is it doesn't have the schedule up yet, right? We don't know when those games are happening. Let me pull up next week's schedule.
While you're doing that, shout out Love Fadina. I always want to say Love Defina, but why? That's not anything. Love Fadina. Thank you so much for the super chat. So glad we're playing the Lakers. You win that series, you gain so much notoriety. That's
You really
what you
do.
want.
You
You are
do.
so right on that.
Yeah.
We want the global support, but like it's all against us now, and that almost might fuel Ant and Gobert and Julius, like his former team. You know what I mean? It might be. There's so many storylines to this already, and like it might be like an incredible series that I just wasn't prepared. I'm not expecting that. You know?
Yeah, that's 100% accurate. Also, guys, what games do we always say the Timberwolves show up for? It's the ones where we have the hardest matchup. And this is one of the harder matchups. Everybody's chirping about how the Lakers are really, really good with Luka now. It's well known. I've called out the Timberwolves in the past for being somewhat of a casual team when it comes to following other teams in the league. People know about the Lakers. Everyone knows about the Lakers. Everybody watches the Lakers, whether they love them or hate them. So it is known they're gonna have a lot of film, a lot of things that they can catch up on here in the next week. It could be really good as the lights turn off here in the garage.
Oh, Josh, poor man. Ant is about to go nuclear in LA.
I hope so. That would be really fun.
So I was not down the dumps, but like the scenarios were making me kind of like irritated with like, yeah, we're gonna have to play the Lakers. I'm coming away with after this game, like with you guys all supporting and cheering it on. Like, I'm excited for this freaking series now. I was a little down in the dumps, but my God, I'm pumped. This is going to be an exciting series. Tycoon.
Let's go to LA. Let's go to LA for a game.
Lakers always effing us up on PO since Shaq Kobe days. This is redemption art.
Whoa, wait a second, Jericho. I love that.
I love it. I was not in this mind space whatsoever.
Woo. Okay.
Well, we're gonna have a pre-season or a pre-postseason matchup show where we do our research, probably not, but maybe, and then we give our hashtag analysis basic couch line thoughts about the series. But basically, if I were to give you that show in a nutshell, LeBron good, Luka good, Wolves exceptional.
Ooh.
Let's go Wolves.
All right, quick. This is ridiculous. We haven't done any research on the Lakers other than just what we've seen in the regular season. Predict. Everybody in chat can do this too. I want to have some receipts for later, okay? Everybody predict the series score. So like 4-3, 4-2, 4-1, who wins, who loses. I want to see what everybody thinks and where everybody is as a vibe check. What do I want to say? I kind of feel like this goes longer. I feel like this is probably a 6 or 7 game series. I don't necessarily, because even if Luka and LeBron play well, I feel like we have a chance, especially with a week off. And especially the other key thing here is that we're starting as the away team. Again, if we had to choose if we were playing home or away, honestly, we probably would choose away because we play so much better. Manimal says 4-0. Okay. 4-2 LA.
Blake's
Okay.
4-6.
Yeah.
4-1 Wolves.
That would be amazing.
Easy dub. Crone with the realism, but don't worry about it. Easy dub, says Sam.
Man, a 4-0 would be unreal. But I don't know if I can. I don't think I can say that without being somewhat of a realist. I guess, there's two thoughts here. One, like I really do think that the Lakers are quite good, especially if they stay healthy. I don't think they win in faster than 6 games. So I think 4-2 would probably be the number that I'd go for Lakers. But I could also see 4-2 Timberwolves. It's realistic to me. I could see that happening. Yeah, does the schedule up? By the way, Butterfly, the first season he hasn't had 25 average in the year. He's fallen off. They don't have any. Oh, they do. Those are the play-in games. Oh, they don't have
I guess it
Dang
probably
it.
starts on the next weekend, like Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, it's a ways away. So,
whoa,
Giannis is here, the Greek freak. Oh man. Well,
I'm
fun.
pumped.
I'm definitely gonna. I might look into some flights down to LA. I don't know if I really want to be at Staples Center or whatever the heck they call it, but it would certainly be fun to be there for a win. Maybe I
Yeah, they
just
don't
don't
call it
wear.
Staples Center anymore.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it Staples Center. It's Crypto Crash Arena or something.
Right.
But wow. Okay. Well, it is a big. This is okay. Also, to the notoriety of this game, or whatever we were talking about earlier, this is huge for some players that are on contract years. So think of Nas, think of Na. You know, all these players that we have that are looking maybe for a different opportunity someplace else next season. Your opportunity. We're gonna be one of the most watched first round matchups. So this is your time to shine.
Oh,
You see what I'm
we need
saying?
all the defense we can get from you. We're gonna have so many people flock into our show after games and just like
Oh
shit on
my
us
gosh.
as well as our team.
You got
We're gonna need the Uzis, the AK-47s.
Members only chat happening on the first game of the playoffs. No, if we lose, it's members only chat. Or at least a day subscribed. There's no way. There's no way we're letting Lakers fans come in here. Although for the algorithm, that could be good. And later, I'm just gonna have to turn off my notifications from YouTube. But I can tell you one thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna reverse jinx it to help us win. The first second I get back to Minneapolis, to Seattle, going to the casino, and I'm putting all the money in my casino account on the Lakers winning so that we can reverse jinx it. I lose my money and we win, I'll take that. I did it against Phoenix last year and it worked amazing. So I'm doing it again.
You were happy either way.
I was happy. I do not care. Lakers, either the Lakers win and I double my money or something like that, or we lose, or I lose my money and I'll take it. I'll pay whatever we need to make the Lakers lose.
Well, I really love the garage decor, and really kind of coming in handy for all of our needs that we need. You know, the tools that we're going to need from our tool belt.
Yep.
To take down the Lakers, the soft ass West Coast Lakers.
There we go.
Beat LA. Holy crap!
Crazy.
I'm pumped. Let's go Wolves. Wolves in 6. That's my prediction.
Wolves in 6. Okay. I'll go Lakers in 6 just to counterbalance and make it flip the other way.
Wait, go start a fucking Lakers After Dark show, man. Let's do
Reverse jinx. I know you don't like this. You're really against the choosing the other to reverse jinx it, but it works for me. It works.
We'll let you know, Nicole, in the Discord.
Yeah, we don't know.
Discord. We'll probably also know the same time you'll find out too, but it'll probably be on the weekend. It'll probably have to be Saturday, Sunday. I bet you we're Sunday.
Probably Sunday on prime time. That is good. We're probably gonna get some good times since we're gonna need prime time, and it's a West Coast game. So good. We're gonna have later games.
Sorry,
Not
all you Minnesota
early.
fans though. It'll be like 9:30 start times.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Minnesota fans, but this is great for me. I can't do these 2:30 games. This is annoying.
Oh, you're a LeBron fan, Butterfly.
Yes, she is.
We're at war.
This is a problem. Also, Butterfly, sneaky banned from giveaways.
Yeah,
possibly. I don't know, Butterfly. You got to show up for some of these games that I give you tickets to. But especially for these playoffs ones. We'll see. And I don't know if we want to be giving playoff tickets to a Lakers fan. That seems crazy. Or a LeBron fan. I don't know about that. Sneaky bit, please.
Alrighty.
Anyways, I think that's it. I'm done. I'm hungry. There's food waiting for me, so I got to go. But Timberwolves win the 6th seed, go up against the Lakers. We got a lot to talk about in the next couple of weeks. Make sure you are subscribed. become a member if you want to have a better chance at winning those tickets and jerseys and all the kind of stuff.
The prices of those Lakers games. Oh no.
I can imagine. It's going to be nuts. But all right. Cool. It was great to see you all. I don't even know what to say now because we kept saying 4 seed, 6 seed, whatever. 6 Wolves and 6 is still possible. That's what we'll do. Wolves and 6 still possible. Intro as the outro. We will see you. I don't know. We'll see you when we see you. See you later. Bye.
I believe that the Minnesota Timberwolves are going to win the World Championship.
Edwards. Oh, Edwards! They are advancing to the Western